गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः वर्णानामर्थसङ्घानां रसानां छन्दसामपि मङ्गलानां च कर्तारौ वन्दे वाणी विनायकौ भवानी शङ्करौ वन्दे श्रद्धा विश्वासरूपिणौ याभ्यां विना न पश्यन्ति सिद्धास्वान्धस्तमीश्वरम् वन्दे बोधमयं नित्यं गुरुं शङ्कररूपिणम् यमाश्रितो हि वक्रोऽपि चन्द्रः सर्वत्र वन्द्यते सीतारामगुणग्राम पुण्यारण्यविहारिणौ वन्दे विशुद्धविज्ञानौ कवीश्वरकपीश्वरौ उद्भवस्थितिसंहार कारिणीं क्लेशहारिणीं सर्वश्रेयस्करीं सीतां नतोऽहं रामवल्लभां यन्मायावशवर्ति विश्वमखिलं ब्रह्मादिदेवासुरा यत्सत्त्वादमृषैव भाति सकलं रज्जौ यथा हेर्भ्रमः यत्पादप्लवमेकमेव हि भवां बोधे स्थितिर्षावतां वन्देऽहं तमशेषकारणपरं रामाख्यमीशं हरिम् रामाख्यमीशं हरिम् नानापुराणनिगमागमसम्मतं यद् रामायणे निगदितं क्वचिदन्यतोऽपि स्वान्तः तुलसी रघुनाथगाथा भाषानिबन्धमतिमञ्जुलमातनोति भाषानिबन्धमतिमञ्जुलमातनोति रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताया पतये नमः सीताया पतये नमः. We are in Adhyatma Ramayana. We are looking at कहाँ पे थे हम? है 67. Okay, let me check. We are looking at the mantra issue, na?
Yes,
yes, we are right. नहीं ये नहीं यहाँ पे है. Let me check in my one moment, guys.
64.
64. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's it.
So here in the 64th it said, where are we? 64. अतः शीघ्रं यतस्वाद्य भरतस्याभिषेचने रामस्य वनवासार्थं वर्षाणि 95 च. So Manthara she is ordering Kaikai, the queen, the favorite queen, and asking her to ask for two boons. And what is that two boons? One is that the king should immediately do the Rajya Abhishek of Bharatji and Navapancha Dashani. 9 plus 5, 14. 14 years Ram should be sent to Vanvas, to the forest. And we saw this last week that is yours only. And we saw last week that when uneducated people or servants, here in this case, उनको तुम मुंह लगा लेते हो हाँ, just because she has been the दाई, she has been taking care of Kaikai since childhood, and she asks, I want to go with Kaikai to Dasharatha's palace, because she felt it is her child. She is responsible for her goodwill. And here, but that is okay. But now that authority, that love has become attachment, that caring has become attachment, that attachment has turned to familiarity. Familiarity, the statement that goes, familiarity breeds contempt. So here, what is she doing? She is disrespecting her own queen and commanding her. But all this is happening why? Because all the gods were worried that Ramchandraji, if he becomes the king, he is going to be busy with the running of the kingdom of Ayodhya. Then who will kill Ravan? So all the gods approached, with the permission of Brahmaji, they approached Saraswati ji and asked Saraswati, please do us a favor, you go to the Bhulok, go to the earth and sit on the tongue of Manthara, and afterwards sit on the tongue of Kaikai to bring about a disruption. And disruption is always for good. We think accidents are bad. We had one on the way. If this accident was, if this accident from Manthara and Kaikai, this disruption was not there, we wouldn't know who Ram is as we know him today. The glory of Ram wouldn't have been expressed. You see, it would have gone in some other direction. Ramayana, what is the main area, the main part of Ramayana? It is these 14 years where he reaches the epitome of his glory. So Saraswati ji is sitting on the tongue of Mandara and making her speak in this manner. So don't start sympathizing with Mandara now. There are many Mandharas around. So then he goes, Tato rudo bhaye putraha tava rajni bhavishyati upayam te pravikshami purvameva sunishchitam. In the 65th verse, she says, O queen, if you do in this manner, your son Bharat, without any obstacles, will become the king of Putrastha Rajni Bhavishyati. He will certainly become the king of the Ayodhya, and therefore upayam te pravakshami. So the solution that I have suggested to you, purvameva sunishchitam, and what I have thought about it, I will tell you now. And she has not told the two yet. And here continuing, she is saying, Pura deva sure yuddhe raja dasharatha swayam indrena yachito dhanvi sahayartham maharatha. Now she is reminding our Kaikai. See, what are the things we should remember? This is also important. Do we remember the regrets that we have even in our life? Do we remember the wrongdoings that we want to forget? Do we want to remember them from the past? We should remember that which inspires us in future or in the present. We should think only of that. Nothing which depletes our enthusiasm or inspiration in life. So, in our scriptures, past must be remembered. You will have the baby, and then you will start taking photographs, collecting pictures. Probably your parents have done the same. For what? Oh, it, she was only just now she was born. Today she is a mother, going to be a mother. See, but this is not what our scriptures say. Go and revel in. That's why we are asked to not talk about our past. See, so past must be visited only to learn something from it or to inspire in the present moment or plan for the future, that I will not make those mistakes again, or something that worked okay, or sometime in the past, yes, those times were tough and I pulled through those difficult times. I can do it even now. I have it in me to go through the difficulties or challenges that the life is facing us. But here, Manthara is remembering the past only to be, in Marathi they say kuchkat. Huh? She's selfish. So here she says, Puradeva, 66th verse, Puradeva Sare Yuddhe, in the Devasur Sangram, once up in the earlier times, Raja Dasharatha Swayam, that time Indra, the king of heavens, he himself had requested King Dasharatha to come and help him to fight the war against the Asuras. And because Dasharath had, one thing is, he had a power of Shabda Bhedi Ban, and second, what does Dasharatha mean? Ravana also has Dasha Mukha, and Dasharath also is Dasha Ratha, means who is riding the 10. What does it mean?
Ratha driven by 10 horses.
Oh, okay. Good. So he had a horse of 10 horses and Ravana had a tail of 10 horses. He was Dashamukha. He was Dashamukha. See? So what is the difference between both are 10? Dasharatha is riding the 10 senses. 5 senses, 2 eyes, 2 nostrils, 2 ears, 2 lips. If the 5 senses, they become 10. And he is riding. Riding means what? He is in control. He has harnessed. If all our senses are continuously running, I see, oh chalo uske paas jaate hain, ears here, oh I like this, I want to buy this. If the tongue finds something, oh let's go and get this, and which restaurant did you say? That one? Okay, I have to go there. You touch one cloth, oh such a nice cloth, I have to buy it. This is, you are slaves of your senses. King Dasharatha was master of his senses. He had purified them, and therefore he was qualified to help Indra. Whereas Ravana, he had 10 faces, 10 mouths or 10 faces. He could have done much good in this world. He was a Brahmin. He was well versed in scriptures. But out of those 10 mouths or 10 senses, what was expressing? Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, Ahankar. Only negativity. Only wanting. There is no end of want. Want, uncontrolled want becomes greed. And greed can never be satisfied. See, there is no end to it. And when greed is not satisfied, this comes in Bhagavad Gita chapter 2. That once greed is not satisfied or your desire is not satisfied, it leads to krodha. Krodha leads to, it's the downfall of the person. So here Ravana had the opportunity to be a good person, but he turned out to be a monster. Dasharatha, he is riding the 10 senses. See, the sadhana of Ravana, Ravana's sadhana was all tamasic sadhana. I'll cut my head, you give me darshan. Shivji had to give darshan. You give me darshan, otherwise I will lift your mountain. He had to give darshan. You come with me. That way whole Kailash will be in Lanka. Jabardasti. Because he lifted the... But if he has lifted the Kailash, Bhagavan has to bless him something. I want you. Now, Parvati has a problem. He is taking my husband away. And he is Bole Baba, he will do anything. Now what to do? Then Lord Shiva gives him the Atmaling. He says, take this Atmaling, don't put it down. I just went to Gokarna. Last month I was there. 3 days. And Ganeshji, he took him, he said, suddenly he appeared because all the gods said, this is going to create a big trouble in our life, in the whole cosmos. Do something. So, obstacle remover, who is he? Ganeshji. Ganeshji goes there like a small batu. He says, what happened? Oh, long distance you are traveling, this, that, etc. You don't have to do. Some places it said he want to go for Laghu Shanka. Some places they say he wanted to do Sandhya because he was a Brahmin. But he gave the Atmaling in the arms of Ganeshji. First Ganeshji said, yeah, I can lift, I am strong, see, I can do all these things. But when Ganeshji took the Atmaling, it didn't strike him. How can such a small fellow take the weight of Lord Shiva himself? It must be an extraordinary, but उस समय समझ नहीं आया. And he went, and here within 2 seconds he kept it down. He said, he screamed, it's slipping from my hand, and before he could come back, it put it down. And that is Gokarna. See? But the point is, Dasharatha had mastered his senses. He was the master of his 10 senses, and therefore he is called Dasharatha. Dasha, 10, Ratha, riding. And therefore, 66th verse, and Danvi Sahayartham Maharatha, he had asked for help from him. Jagamasena sardham tvaya sah shubhanane yuddham prakurvatastasya rakshasai sah dhanvinaha. He says, here when she says Jagamasena, she's calling her Kaikai, oh beautiful. At that time, when he went to the war, he wanted a charioteer, like Arjuna needed a charioteer. Whom did he ask? Krishna. Krishna was this charioteer because he was dexterous, he was very good. He was he's the best. Who was the second best? Who was the second best charioteer? Karna. Who was the third best charioteer? The third best was the Madra Pradesh, their Madri's brother. He was the third best. Who was the fourth best? Arjun. So here Dasharatha had asked Kaikai to help to be his charioteer when they went to help the Devatas. Some places, here it is coming, it's because it's telling in short the Adhyatma Ramayana. Some places it says that they were in the war and the charioteer were killed, and she saw that he is killed and the chariot is going haywire. So quickly she came, jumped off her horse, and she took the place of the chariot and rode the chariot for Dasharatha. And at that time, when and you he had taken you, and at that time the king Dasharatha, he was busy with his busy in the war, and at that time when at one particular moment when he had been hit with an arrow, you steered the chariot in a safe place and saved the life of King Dasharatha, and um, and and uh, and without getting panicked, um and saved him. And then in the 68th also, 66, 67, 68, तदाक्षकीलो न्यपतत् छिन्नस्तस्य न वेदसः त्वं तु हस्तं समावेश्य कीलरन्ध्रेति धैर्यतः. And at that time, that the if you have seen the bullock cart, the axle which comes out, they put the nail to hold it. That nail had come out, and at that time she's Manthara is saying, at that time you got down from the chariot in the middle of the war, and without losing your cool, you took the nail and you put it back into its place and rode the chariot to safety or whatever, wherever. He's not going into detail here. And you had fixed it. Then sthitavat sitapangi pratiprana paripsaya tato hatva suran sarvan dadarshva tvamarindama. And dark-eyed one, to save the life of your husband, you have you continued to stay in the middle of the war, helping your husband in this manner. And when your husband had defeated all the daityas and became helped Indra to win the war, thereafter आश्चर्यं परमं लेभे त्वामालिङ्ग्य मुदान्वितः वृणीष्वद्यत्ते मनसि वाञ्छितं वरदोऽस्म्यहम्. And at that time, seeing you in that state of, what is the state? The state is, she is totally inspired, she is totally calm, she is totally as good as any other warrior, best charioteer, and any person would lose their cool, as we said before, but she has not, even being a woman, she has not. So King Dasharatha did not know this hidden quality of hers, and he is surprised, ashcharyam, he was in wonderment seeing this great this attitude of Kaikai, and therefore he was so pleased with his wife. And therefore there is a statement, when you are happy you should never give promises. When you are sad you should never make any decisions. So he is very happy with his wife, and he says, I give you 2 boons. So Manthara is reminding, whatever you want, you can ask from me. At that time, Varadvayam Vrunishwastvam Evam Raja Vadat Swayam Stvayokto Varado Rajan Yadi Dattam Varadvayam. At that time, you could have asked the 2 boons, but you didn't. When Raja, the king, had spoken to you in this particular manner, you said, O king, if you want to, if at all you want to give me the 2 boons happily, then Tvayeva tishtatu chiram nyasa bhutam mamanagha yada mevasaro bhuyat tada dehi varadvayam. My wish is that you keep these 2 boons with yourself. I don't want it right now. At the right time, or whenever I need it, I will ask of those two boons, and you can fulfill my boons, those two boons at that time, whatever my wish is. When you are in love, you don't remember all these things. Where there is a transaction, then you remember. Where there is a difference, then you remind how much I have done for you and you have not done anything for me. But where there is love, and love is not holding hands, buying clothes, hugging, kissing, that is not love. How is love? How do you express love? Sacrifice. Mothers, they know that. Fathers also, but mothers more. From the birth, they sacrifice their body, they sacrifice their time, they sacrifice their hunger, they sacrifice everything for that small child. Now you will go through all that. And don't listen to the Western doctors. Listen to your mother. They will tell you from first day itself, keep the baby in the other room. Don't you dare do that. You will have an unbalanced child then. The child needs the mother. For a good 3-4 years, the child must sleep with you. This is all tested, tried and tested in our in all the cultures. But in today's time, I don't know. All unmarried girls are being the counselors and nurses. So they are giving these ideas. Or one accident, they make the rule for all. That, the mother has, hurt the baby, so the rule is for all mothers. That is the stupidity here. त्वय्येव तिष्ठतु विचिरं न्यासभूतं ममानघ यदा मे वसरो भूयात् तदा देहि वरद्वयम्. When the opportune moment comes, O my dear king, I will ask for those two boons and you can fulfill it them that time. Saying this, you had told to the king himself. तथेत्युक्त्वा स्वयं राजा मन्दिरं व्रज सुव्रते त्वत्तः श्रुतं मया पूर्वम् इदानीं स्मृतिमागतम्. That time the king had said, तथेत्युक्त्वा स्वयं राजा, the king himself had answered you in this manner, that what mandir, in the mandir, tvatta shrutam maya purvam idanim smriti magatam. Hey, oh, what do you call, oh focused one, or oh good one, now let's go home. And then she says, put your audio off please. And she says, this whole episode I have told you before also, and again I have suddenly remembered this episode to remind to you that you can ask two boons of your husband. This is the opportune moment. See how she is filling her ears with the negative. Saraswati is sitting. Can Saraswati do anything wrong? She is goddess. So can she? We look at the story only from, I don't want to be Manthara. Or don't be a Manthara. We tell others. It's like a curse, isn't it? Don't be a Manthara. But did Manthara do it, or did Saraswati sitting on the tongue of Manthara do it? See? Yes. See, this is not given. Some other places it's not given. See, Ramayana, when you read Valmiki Ramayana, it's a factual one. Like many masters, like Satya Sai Baba is there, or Ramakrishna Paramahamsa is there, or Nisarga Datta Maharaj, or our Raman Maharishi. So many masters are there. Namdev Maharaj is there, Gondavlekar Maharaj is there. A person who is not religious, but who sees that something great, someone is really great, he writes a factual that yes, this could be the way. He doesn't take, for us Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi. For us, Bhagwan Satya Sai Baba. For us, Bhagwan Ramakrishna Paramhams. Isn't it? We add that padvi, that status to him, give him the status of Bhagwan. Why? And by saying that, in our heart there is deep faith and reverence and respect towards that person. We take him God-like, but we forget that he is also a human. So, some people write the biography of Ramakrishna Paramhans as if he is a man. Valmiki wrote Valmiki Ramayana taking Ramchandraji as a extraordinary human being, superhuman being. Because nowhere there in Valmiki Ramayana he uses the word God for it. He uses, but in a different way. He takes him as a person, an extraordinary person who is perfect in all the roles that he is being asked to met out. Wherever he is placed, he is the best enemy, he is the best brother, he is the best son, he is the best sannyasi, he is the best whatever you may, brother. Every role he is playing best. Till Ramchandraji was at home. Till now. Till Ramchandraji is at home in Ayodhya, you only know him as Shri Ram, Dasharatha Nandana Ram, Kausalya Sutta Ram, isn't it? But once he leaves Ayodhya, then what did he become? No Bhagwan. Maryada Purushottam Ram. Maryada Purushottam Ram. That 14 years of vanvas, of hardship. You want to sit on the soft?
No, thanks.
That 14 years of hardship made him into a Maryada Purushottam Ram. Staying under the umbrella of father and mother, he would have never, we don't know. But he didn't gain that. Nobody called him Maryada Purushottam when he was living at home. It's only when people saw what he is, who he is. See? So, we have only one way of looking at the world. Only one way. What is that? Blinkers on, this is my way. See? How is God looking at the world? How is God looking? Huh?
As himself.
No, yes, as himself, as
Totality.
in totality. Here you are in this room. How you are looking at the room? Each one of us is looking only one angle. What angle you are looking at me, he is not looking. He's got a different angle. She's got a different angle. He's got totally different angle. He's got totally different angle. If someone's sitting behind, he has got totally different view. And people are fighting. No, my view is the correct one. What would be the view of God, of Ishvara, when he is looking at the whole cosmos?
Same.
Huh?
Multiple directions, maybe.
Can you sit in one place and have all directions?
No.
But can you imagine?
Yes.
Yes. But do you ever imagine? No. That's where the fault is. If you want to grow, now once the baby comes, intuitively you will know this cries for shishi, this cries for shushu, this cries for food, this cries for water, this cries for change of nappy. By sound you will come to know. Isn't it? See? So nobody said anything, nobody spoke to you, but you know. Because you see that child as an extension of yours. What does Bhagwan see? The entire creation as his own being. So at any given moment, he knows all the angles from all angles. Thinking, there is no answer for it, that it will look like this or it will be like this. But we must think like that. In that, the spiritual maturity happens. How it happens, there is no A plus B, 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. It is not like that. But we must entertain such thoughts in our mind. See? अथ शीघ्रं प्रविश्याद्य क्रोधागारं वृषान्विता विमुच्य सर्वाभरणं सर्वतो विनिकीर्य च भूमावेव शयना त्वं तूष्णीमातिष्ठ भामिनी. In the 74th verse he says, therefore, atha shigram pravishyadya krodhagaram. In the, we have nowadays what? We have cells, we have the police jail. Huh? Yeah, when we were small, what was our krodhagaram? Toilet. If we were mischievous, and we were, and if we didn't do our 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, or there is not 1 or 2, there is a big list for everything. Where do we go? Into the toilet and lock from outside. Can't come out. See, that was our krodhagaram. But we didn't go there voluntarily. We were pushed there. Here krodhagaram is a room is set aside where the people in the palace can come and share, go there. Some places, in the olden times, they used to have the bells and they will come to the central square, ring the bell, and then the king will come or minister will come. Yes, what is your issue? Then he will say, this atrocity has been committed on me, or whatever he wanted to say. But here, for the family people or within the palace, for the members of the family, can you go and tell someone elder like King Dasharath, I am not happy with what you are doing? So how do you show your, what do you call, what is that? Disappointment or your disagreement? So you go to this room which has never been used for, it has never been used. But now our Manthara is suggesting to her, go to that krodhagaram, go to that anger room. Huh? Therefore, oh dear one, you quickly go. And how do you go? You don't go just like that. You go with anger. Invoke this anger now. And you have to keep maintaining this anger and this discontentment within till your boons are not given. So she says, go to this krodhagar or kopa bhavan or anger room and take out all your vimuchya sarva bharanam. Sarva abharanam, all the ornaments. Vimuchya, throw away. And from her room till the kopa bhavan or anger room, as she is going, she is throwing away everything on the way. And then spread them everywhere, and till your boons are not satisfied by the king, till then you keep lying down and screaming and complaining. Remain steadfast on those 2 boons that we have decided that you are going to ask your husband. Not even sit on the chair, lie down on the floor. So she goes afterwards, wears a black sari and then goes in. यावत् सत्यं प्रतिज्ञाय राजाभीष्टं करोति ते श्रुत्वा त्रिवक्रयोक्तं तत् तदा केकयनन्दिनी. In the 75th verse, she says, then that Trivakra, Shrutva Trivakra Yoktam Tat Tada Kaikaya Nandini, and having heard Mandhara, she's Trivakra means she's crooked in three places. And who else was crooked in our scriptures? Ashtavakra is crooked in 8 places. You said what? Krishna Bhagavan is crooked in 8 places. When he plays his flute, he is never standing straight. He is हाथ इधर, कमर उधर, पैर एक इधर, ankle उधर. He is also Ashtavakra. He is also Ashtavakra. Then other sage Ashtavakra is there who asked, who was the teacher of King Janaka. Then एक और Kubja was also crooked, whom Krishna made her straight. So these were all the Teda Meda people. Having Shrutva Trivakra Yoktam Tat, having heard Shrutva, having heard the Trivakra and her ideas, then Tada Kaikaya Nandini Keikayi Tathyamevaakhilam mene dusangahita vibhrama tamaha Kaikayi dushta kutaste buddhiri drushi. Then, having heard this crooked Manthara, and because of the bad company, Dusanga hita vibhrama, and having got deluded by the bad company, so it is very important. What company do you choose on a daily basis? Are you watching the serials? Are you watching the news? Are you watching movies? What is your pastime? Is your pastime satsang? Is your pastime listening to bhajans? Is your pastime doing puja or reading scriptures? Or is your pastime going to pub, going to movie, watching cricket? See, nothing. Sometimes it's okay, but what is your default setting? That's what we want to know. For many people, default setting, nothing to do. Hey, make a tea and some pakoras. Gone. This is their default setting. बैठे हुए खाली नहीं बैठ सकते. Oh, it's so sunny today. चाय नहीं ना. Why don't you make नींबू शरबत? नींबू शरबत के साथ क्या जाता है? Now she has to rack her brain. What goes with it? They will not spend time with themselves contemplating on something higher or learning something new. Read a chapter of Bhagavad Gita every day. Make a discipline of it. See how your life will change just by reading. Do it with faith. Do it with dedication. That every day I will not sleep without chanting one chapter. See the transformation in few months, few years time. Automatically Bhagavad Gita, even if you don't know Sanskrit, your personality will change. तो करना पड़ता है. तो दुस्संग या सत्संग. सत्संगत्वे निस्संगत्वम, निस्संगत्वे निर्मोहत्वम, निर्मोहत्वे निश्चलतत्वम, निश्चलतत्वे जीवन मुक्ति ही. भज गोविंदम भज गोविंदम, गोविंदम भज मूढ़मते. When we are in satsang, satsangatve nissangatvam, you become detached from dussanga, which we are talking about. World is continuously throwing us dussanga only. What is dussanga? Gossip is dussanga. Huh? It is not good. Talking about anyone who is not there is dussanga. Or talking to someone who is in front of you, not in a pleasing manner, is dussanga. See? So, satsangatve nissangatvam, we become detached to all that is negative, all that is harmful, all that is going to pull you down. Nobody feels happy after talking. How much movie can you watch? How much can you, watch the serials? I don't know how some people don't get tired of looking at it. I can't. Mum watches. She does her japa also, but japa, this all. After 3 months, I came back. And I went into the kitchen, the serial. I said, Acha, this has happened. Means, what I must have seen it sometime when she is going. If I am going in the kitchen, I am watching. I have to watch, there is no other choice. But now I caught after 3 months, I have not seen. But I know the link already. So what's the need to go allow your mind to be bombarded with that negativity? And in every serial, same thing is going on. Especially in these ones, every husband is dying, every mother-in-law is daughter-in-law, and the sister-in-law or the husband's brother's wife, she is after him. All mandharas. All houses are full of mandharas. Satsangatve nissangatvam nissangatve nirmohatvam. Because we have separated from bad company, now we are in satsang. Now in this entire 1.5 hour of satsang, we are not going to hear anything about anything that is going to enhance your ego. It is going to be crushed. Or those words are going to come which are going to help you be a better person. Just like few moments we have already said. Who is Dasharath? Who is Ravan? If you have that information now, you will think, do I want to be a slave to my senses or do I want to be a master of my senses? Isn't it? See, nirmohatvam, we don't get deluded. Nirmohatve nischalatatvam. What is the moha? Moha is of the world. Moha is of the relationships. Moha is that without my parents I cannot live. Without my children I cannot live. Without my wife or husband I cannot live. Without my clothes or car or this or that or I cannot live. This is moha. You didn't come here to create this moha. The purpose of human birth is not for creating this attachment. Purpose of human birth is purpose I am talking. It's an opportunity given to every human being, male or female, to recognize that they are essentially divine. You are of the nature of the spirit. You are of the nature of pure consciousness. Please off your audio, whoever has just joined. You will not listen. I will have to do it. Sundari. So, nisangatve nirmohatvam, nirmohatve nischalatatvam. Nischalatatvam means chala, moving, nischala, unmoving, tattvam, your mind. Why do we get thoughts in our mind? Why do we get thoughts? Because we are deluded. Because we don't know that through us, God is expressing. We don't know that. And because we don't know, we think that by gaining the world, by relating to the world, by possessing the world, I'll become happy. Has anyone till today become happy by possessing the world? You can travel, you can have the bucket list, have as many number of cars, as many number of houses, as many number of bank accounts. You have everything in the world, but inside you are zero. Zero meaning unhappy still. That's what I mean to say. So this moha is forgetfulness. Forgetfulness about what? Forgetfulness about the Lord who is sitting in your heart. He is functioning from inside. But instead of him functioning, we say, I have to do, I am speaking, I am seeing, I am hearing, I am touching, I have to earn my money to survive in this world. Don't we? This is because of forgetfulness that he is functioning. If we shift our attention to him while this, now we have started this whole process. We are in the family way, we are in the children, we are keep doing, but slowly shift attention to the ultimate doer. He created the creation. It is his responsibility to maintain the creation. It's not, did he tell you any time, now please take care of my creation? Did he say? Did he? No. We ourselves have decided, I have to take care of my family. I have to take care of my job. I have to take care of my future. Did you create it? You didn't. He did. So let him take care. Then what do? Twiddle your thumbs. We twiddle our Japamala. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. तुम भगवान को याद करो और उसको उसका काम करने दो. तो our job is to remember him. Our job is not to be in the dussanga. Nirmohatve nischalatatvam. And where the mind has become completely undisturbed because of whatever is happening in this world. Nisangatve, what is it? Nischalatatve jivan muktihi. When no impressions are getting created on your mind, means no memories are being created, you are liberated while living. Now you will go from here, that satsang was good, bad, ugly, whatever. I didn't understand, I understood, it was such a great blessing for my child. Whatever, if you took it that way, memory is created. If you are sitting here completely at one, allow the ears to listen to the satsang, but your attention is on the consciousness which is expressing through this body, which is expressing as the hearing ability behind the ears, then whether you have understood or not understood, it does not matter. Knowledge has gone in. But if you say, I understood, I did not understand, memory. See, it's very subtle, but some of you are nodding, which means something is being understood. Once satsang is over, you will forget. Then what you will remember? अरे चपाती बनानी है, अरे सब्जी गरम करनी है, अरे दाल गरम करनी है, अरे ये करना है, अरे वो करना है. You will forget everything. What did he say? Satsang that way, what? What did we get? What did I forget? What we have to remember? So satsang is required repetition, so that these new ways of thinking are the new impressions, the new memories that are created in your mind, and they overpower the old memories. This is the spiritual growth. But here in Kaikai's case, it is happening the other way. She says, what? And don't get, and तथ्यमेवाखिलं मेने दुस्संगाहित विभ्रमा तमाह कैकेयी दुष्टा कुतस्ते बुद्धिरीदृशी एवं त्वां बुद्धिसम्पन्नां न जाने वक्रसुन्दरी भरतो यदि राजा मे भविष्यति सुतः प्रियः. our Eshvam Tvam Buddhi Sampannam Na Jane Vakra Sundari. Now the bad company is so overpowering that for Kekai, that Trivakra, the three places crooked mantra is coming across as a beautiful mantra. She Trivakra Sundari. Trivakra Sundari. So Kaikai is calling her Trivakra Sundari. Where these wonderful ideas come in your mind, my dear, beautiful mantra. And she's not even using the word mantra. She's saying, you crooked one, triple crooked. She's abusing her actually. She's condemning her. But at the same time, sarcasm, using the word Sundara, and on the other side, what beautiful thoughts you are getting. Where do you get these ideas from? Then she says, I didn't know that you were so intelligent. If my dear son Bharat, Bharato yadi raja में भविष्यति सुतप्रियः. If my dear son Bharat becomes the king, I will give you villages as in present. Right now what she gets? Only leftovers. Some sari which she has worn, or some muffler, or some topi, some money. But what she is going to get? She is going to be a zamidar. It's a big position for a servant. Graman shatam pradasyami mama tvam pranavallabha ityuktva kopa bhavanam pravishya sahasarusha. Having said that I'll give you 10 villages and that you are very dear to me, as dear are my pranas, as dear my breath is, that dear you are to me, that you gave me such a wonderful idea. And immediately after saying this, praising her, she went towards the anger room, and she went in anger. And in the 79th verse, Vimuchya sarvabharanam parikirya samantataha bhumau shayana malina malinambaradharini. And having gone there, she started removing all her ornaments and throwing them hither and thither inside the room. And then she took out her beautiful sari and wore some old dirty sari of some that she could find, and in a very uncouth way, hairs open, sari not worn properly, everything in a disheveled form. The queen was the beautiful one, she was the favorite one. She was never seen improper in the society, in the palace. But now she is gone completely 180 degrees in turn, and she then fell on the floor, and then she said, what did she say? Provacha shrunu me kubje yavad ramo vanam vrajet pranastyakshetava vakre shayishye tavadevahi. See, one thing important, how much time did it take Kaikai to convert? How much time? I'm asking.
Just one thought, fraction of a second.
Tak! Because she was available. Because she gave value and importance to Manthara just because she has taken care of her from when she was born. See? So beware. When no, I can never think bad. I can never do bad to anyone. I can never steal. I can never tell lies. We can say that. But one moment to the next, it can change if we are not vigilant of what is going on in our mind. Here, from one moment to the next, she succumbed to dussanga. See? At that time, she said in the beginning, if in the last class we covered that, she is told, hey, you are saying all this, what has come to you? What has happened to you? Why you are speaking like this about Sri Ram? He loves me the most. He has never ever given a chance to make me feel that I am less than Kausalya. He considers all three of us equal, and even when important functions are there, before he touches the feet of his mother, he touches my feet. Before he has to take Ashirwad of his mother, he comes and takes my Ashirwad. He always gives me more importance. But she continued without reprimanding that Manthara. She allowed her to continue. If we hear anything, this is our this is the rule given in Bhagavad Gita. If you listen to anything twice, if you see anything twice, if you smell anything twice only, twice. First time you listen and don't give it heed, it will go away. Nothing to, no impression. Second time you give, you will want it. A slight desire will, oh, what is, or curiosity will come. Curiosity, what is it? Who is it? Who is this beautiful person? Who is this handsome boy? Who is this handsome, beautiful girl? What is that wonderful dish? That smell is coming. दूसरी बार कर लिया तो गए काम से फिर 2 गुलाब जामुन खाने पड़ेंगे. See? So we have to be alert. Again, what happened here? Second time, we went out from ourselves, isn't it? It is natural, things are coming into towards us, but do we give them value and importance? Is in our hands. Right now you are all listening to me. Are you giving importance to this table? You know it is there. Are you giving importance to it? No. You know laptop is there. Are you giving importance to it? Are you giving importance to this body? No. To this cloth? No. You are giving importance. Right now your attention is on the words that are coming to you. To that you are giving importance. But if while listening your attention goes to this beard, then you will forget what I have said. Your attention will go, oh, there is one black one there? No. See? You हिंदी में बोलते हैं ना, नजर हटी दुर्घटना घटी. बोलते हैं, हिंदी समझते हो? नजर हटी दुर्घटना घटी. आज भी ऐसी हो गया था. Same thing. When our attention shifts, nazar hati, kahan se? When our vigilance about the Lord in our heart, who's always there. When we disregard him, when we don't give him value, when we don't give him importance, when we don't have faith in him, when we are not contemplating on him, durghatna ghati. Durghatna ghati matlab kya ho gaya? You become a samsari. This is durghatna. This is not something accolade. This is durghatna. This is not kautuk. This is durghatna. Again, why we are saying this? Purpose of human birth is only to come to know that you are infinite consciousness, or that you are none other than the Lord. You are one with the Lord. Right now you don't know that. See? Just like that child there in the womb. Or Shukdev Ji Maharaj was there. He heard, he is listening to Ramayana. He or she listening to Ramayana. But Shukdev Ji Maharaj, he heard to Bhagavatam, Upanishads. Born realized. Prahlad in the womb of his mother, Kayadhu, and Narad Muni, Indra was taking her away to kill. Narad Muni says, what has she done? She is a pregnant woman. Don't do such atrocities. Don't think Indra is only good. He is the lord of the mind, but mind can be good or bad, no? Which anyway it can take you. He is very jealous fellow. So he takes, the Prahlad is in the womb of his mother, and what does he listen? Only thing. What? Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya. He is born listening to it. Even though he is a son of an Asura, Hiranyakashipu, who says, I am greater than Vishnu, everyone should pray to me. Huh? His son, he becomes a great devotee of the Lord, listens to Bhagavad from the mouth of the greatest devotee, Naradji himself. Complete peace on the banks, at the foothills of a forest, next to a river, beautiful, serene. Kayadhu doesn't want to go, Prahlad doesn't want to go, but father comes to know. And Naradji says, no, leave him for some more time, then I'll send him myself. So after he's 5, 6, 7 years old, till then 6 years old, he keeps him there. Now the basic programming is over. That is why I said first 3, 4, 5 years, the child must be with the parents. That is the time you can program the child. Instead of watching serials continuously with the child, putting that Mickey Mouse and Simpsons, you tell them, you speak, you read the story to the child. He will get used to it. He will look forward to it. Don't even expose to this. Break this and throw it. It's the worst thing you can expose a child to. And once that programming is done, then leave that. Then it will go through his whole process of schooling, this, that. But once he grows, what is the foundation? Those 3, 4 years. Those 3, 4 years are the foundation. Where are we? Provacha shrunu me kubje yavad ramo vanam rajet pranastyakshetha vavakre shayishye tavadevahi. In the 80th verse, she said, Are O Kubje meaning O Mandara, listen, till Ram does not go to the forest, even if my breath is leaving me, I will continue. She is giving her a assurance. Queen is giving assurance to a servant for the wrong ideas that have been implanted into her head. That even if I lose my life, I will not get up from this floor till Ramchandra ji leaves for the forest. See what commitment. Look at all the terrorists. What commitment. They are all healthy. But commitment. You have commitment towards your family? Similar commitment, even greater commitment must be there towards the Lord. Here she has for the throwing the Lord out, but we have to look at it from different angles. Here we are saying, oh, what type of person? But Saraswati is speaking. She is sitting on the tongue of, and that is another. If you want Saraswati to come and sit on your tongue, not for negative, but good purpose. What do you do? 3 days, 24/7. You keep thinking of the tip of your tongue. 3 days. करके देखो. Don't get distracted. Don't get distracted by food. Don't get distracted by. Do everything. But even while eating, your attention is on the tip of your tongue. While talking, your attention is on the tip of your tongue. While brushing, your attention is on the tip of your tongue. If you are doing nothing, your attention is on the tip of the tongue. करके देखो, फिर देखो तुम्हारे शब्दों के पावर. अब Saraswati is sitting on the tongue of the mantra. It is powerful. Kai has to listen. It is so effective because Saraswati herself is speaking. It will have its effect. A different angle to put it. Continuing. निश्चयं कुरु कल्याणी कल्याणं ते भविष्यति इत्युक्त्वा प्रययौ कुब्जा गृहं सापि तथा करोत्. Then निश्चयं कुरु कल्याणी कल्याणं ते भविष्यति. Then when kubja meaning manthara, or kubja means the one with the hump, when she was spoken to like this, or given the assurance that I will not leave the floor till Ramchandraji leaves for forest, even if my breath go, if I die, then that kubja understood, and the commitment with which Kaikai is speaking, and she said, "Oh Kalyani, you certainly must do exactly what you have told." Now mantra has become the guru. Kaikai has become the shishya. He says, yes, you must do what you have just now said. You carry it out. And if you do this, then certainly good only will happen to you. Those who if you have never smoked, when we were young, I had never smoked. But when we started working, someone said, "Hey, yeah, try kar." I used to, passive smoking used to make you cough. But one time they said, 2 times they said, 3 times they said, and one day they all caught me and put 1 cigarette in my mouth. Friends, what can you do? And I coughed and coughed and coughed and coughed, and from second day onwards I started smoking. See? But it was cool. It was not because I liked it. I was suffering. My lungs were suffering. I was coughing. But everyone is lighting a cigarette. Acha chal yaar, ek main bhi laga leta hu. This is what happens in bad company. ड्रिंक्स के साथ भी ऐसे होता है, ड्रग्स के साथ भी ऐसे होता है, गॉसिप के साथ भी ऐसे होता है. यू हैव अ चॉइस. गॉसिप चल रही है, एक्सक्यूज मी, go to the toilet, sit there for half an hour, come back. By then gossip is over. And come back, you should know how to change the topic. You should know how to change the topic. So you should do what you have said, and that will bring you a lot of good. And having said this, Manthara went away to her apartment, to her room, wherever, and Kaikai continued lying there on the floor. This tune is a little bit different. Dhirotyanta dayanvitopi sugana charanvito ya vathava nitigno vidivadadeshikaparo vedya vivekothava drishtanamati papa bhavitadhiyam sangam sada chet bhaje. हाँ भी ट्यून आ गया. चेत भजे तद्बुद्ध्या परिभावितो व्रजति तत् साम्यं क्रमेण स्फुटम्. धीरोऽत्यन्तदयान्वितोऽपि सुगणा चारान्वितो वाथवा नीतिज्ञो विधिवाददेशिकपरो विद्या विवेकोऽथवा. दृष्टानामतिपापभावितधियां सङ्गं सदा चेत् भजे तद्बुद्ध्या परिभावितो व्रजति तत् साम्यं क्रमेण स्फुटम्. This same, when we chant the mantras of Tulsi Ramayana, that tune is there, na? उसमें आती है. Now here it is told, yes, it is, course number क्या है ये? 82. धीरः अत्यंत दयान्वितोपि. धीरा, who is धीरा?
Courageous.
Huh?
Courageous.
Crazy?
Courage.
Courage. Dhira gives courage, but dhira is not courage. Dhira is the one who is matured. Dhi means what? Dhiyo yo na prachodayat. Dhi. Dhi means
Patience.
intellect, your thinking ability. That is Dhi. One girl I named Dhiya. कृपा जानते हो? हाँ, उसकी बेटी को मैंने नेम किया Dhiya. So, Dhiraha. Who is Dhiraha? Dhira are those people who are undisturbed, matured, wisdom, their mind is settled, who are virtuous, who are cool, collected. As he said, courageous also. So here when he says, if any person is very courageous, very cool, collected, matured, is compassionate, dayanvitaha, is having saguna, all good qualities. What are good qualities? That he is free from kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya. His senses are under control, his mind is under control, he is thinking good thoughts, he is not speaking bad to anyone, he is not stealing, he is practicing ahimsa, asteya, etc., etc. All those good qualities. Amanitvam, adambitvam, and it goes on. Such a person who is sadachari, achara, saguna, acharan vitaha, acharan, he is good character, good conduct, and athva nitignaha, and he is what do you call nitignya? नीति को क्या बोलेंगे? रूल्स, नीति. अभी मोदी has started ना नीति आयोग. नीति आयोग, rules, morals, ethics, is good in that. Who is doing what is required to be done where he is placed in life. He is karmanishtha. Many people are very lazy. Everything is procrastinate, do it tomorrow. I don't like doing this, I don't like doing that. Our scriptures don't say that don't do this, don't do that. They say wherever life has placed you and whatever you need to do, you do it with love, you do it with inspiration. If you are married and you have to take care of your family and continuously from day one you are complaining, I don't want to take care of the family, how will it be? There are people who give birth to a child and they don't want to take care of the child. because they're continuously on drugs or drinks or whatever. Such cases you hear in the news. See? So karmanishtha is not workaholics. Karmanishtha is not workaholics. Karmanishtha is a person who never complains to do what has to be done. If you are sitting here, I have to talk, it's a karma going on from your point of view, not from my point of view. Because you are thinking I am talking, I am thinking he is talking. See, difference of attitude. But what is to be? If I come here, नहीं यार फिर से मेरे को बोलना है आध्यात्म रामायण पे कोई और someone can give a lecture. I am tired of saying the same thing again and again. Nobody listens, nobody appreciates, nobody this. But what has happened? Nobody is in. He created the world. You only said he created the world. It's his problem. Why should I give the lecture? We can take it in any angle we want. See, कर्मनिष्ठ. You want to. आजकल हो रहा है वैसे. In India, it's crazy. Nobody goes out of the house to buy anything. Nobody goes. Nobody goes. They put it on the app and the thing is delivered. Within 10 minutes it is delivered. Sometimes even 5 minutes. It's that quick. And यार तुम्हारी तो you are living better life than us. We take the car out, we drive to the shopping center, choose what we want, and they don't even look at the vegetables. They just on the photograph they can अच्छा ये चाहिए आ गया, and they can return it also if they don't like it without any charge. And they plan in advance. One thing is there, everything is coming fresh. Height of laziness. Everything is outsourced. So karmanistha. And if anyone is, here it says, Nitijno vidhivad deshika paroha vidya vivekatva dushta नाम atipapa bhavita dhyam. Here it says that if he is devoted to his guru, we are talking about a person who is having all these qualities. He is having great devotion at the feet of his guru and also is well versed in vidya, means all the knowledge, has the discrimination, vivek. Discrimination means what? Not should I eat chapati or dosa. That is not discrimination. Should I eat chutney or should I eat sambar? That is not discrimination. What is discrimination? Vivek. What is not right and wrong? Vivek is between what is the truth and what is untruth. What is changeless and what is changing. What is infinite and what is finite. What is that constant and that which is changing. The Lord in our heart. For example, in this world, what is constant? Tell me, you are looking at this whole cosmos right now with your eyes. What is constant at the worldly level?
Change is constant.
Change is constant, but change itself means it's changing, no? So how can it be constant? That principle you can say, but I am talking about one, whatever you are seeing, houses, trees, mountains, rivers, sun, moon, what is constant here? Which never changes, which has never changed and which will never change. Huh? Universe where? You are in this universe is made up of what? You, me, all the planets, they are continuously changing. Galaxies are continuously changing. Sun, moon are continuously changing. Planets are never in their position. घूमते रहते हैं हर समय. So what is constant? Think. Anyone from the digital world?
Self within, Swamiji.
Arre, I love you, Amma.
Thank you.
The self
Swamiji.
within. But I am talking about the world. In the cosmos, what is not changing? Yes, self agreed. We are coming to that. In the, yes, he just said it. Say
Space in the cosmos does not change.
space in the, so Nagaraj said and our Bhavesh said, space in the cosmos does not change, it remains the same. Air changes, air moves, fire moves, water moves, earth moves, mixture of all that making all this variety keeps coming and going, but space remains the same. You make the house, space is inside, you break the house, space continues to be space. It doesn't get destroyed, isn't it? Discrimination means when your attention is on the changeless, the constant principle. Discrimination नहीं है कि ये चैप्टर पढ़ें कि वो चैप्टर पढ़ें. Should I buy this laptop or that laptop? Should I drink hot water or cold water? This is not, discrimination does not mean this type worldly choice. Discrimination which happens at the intellect level is only between the constant and the changing, the real and the unreal. Constant is real, in between the consciousness and the inert. So we are talking about a person here. The chapter is concluding with this verse and one more after that, that even if a person is courageous, is compassionate, is having good qualities, is having all the as the virtues, is karmanishtha, and is also having great devotion towards the feet of the Guru, is having knowledge of various scriptures, what is right and wrong, he knows. So many Pandits know, they chant Vishnu Sahasranam every day. There are many gurus who can give you lecture on Ramayana, who can give lecture on Upanishads. They can give lecture because they have studied Sanskrit, they have done the Shastra, they have become Shastris. Shastri means those who are well versed in Shastras. They can give lectures, they can break the Sanskrit words and give you the etymology of it and everything. But do they have to be good person? Not necessary. Ravana was also very well versed with scriptures. He knew it like that, all the scriptures. Hiranyakashipu also knew all the scriptures. So here, I'm not saying it is good or bad, but here we are saying if a person has all these qualities, and even if he is having discrimination, if such a person dushta namati papa bhavita dhyam, if his intellect, if his intelligence, if his mind is continuously again and again exposed to negativity, dushtabhyam, to dussanga, and then sangam sada ched bhaje tad buddhya paribhavito vrajati tat samyam kramena sfutam, that slowly, without him coming to know, systematically. How is this systematically? Just like cancer enters into your body systematically. If you have a pus, from one moment to the next moment you don't get pus. Some cut is there, some dirt is there, then the thing becomes red, the skin becomes red, then the water starts getting collected, it starts swelling up. It's a process. Cancer also, years of wrong, it hasn't happened from one moment to the next. Years of wrong intake has brought that about. Now the body is unable to fight, and then suddenly somewhere a spot comes, isn't it? Same way, you may be very proud. I am a sannyasi, I am a good person, I have never spoken anything. All these qualities are there. You have a great guru, you are a devotee of a great guru, you are a student of a great guru, still studying maybe. But if we keep ourselves exposed to, choose to, and if sometimes dussanga comes unasked, then it's your choice whether you stay there or you move away consciously. I don't want to be exposed to this. Systematically, without you knowing, one day the fall will come. How is the fall? Like Vishwamitra's fall. Menaka came. He had controlled all his vitalities. He had controlled all his desires. He thought. And Menaka, she has come with a program. What is, you have to destroy his resolve. You have to destroy him. He is becoming too powerful. He is going to conquer the. Indra is always afraid that someone who is doing sadhana is going to conquer him. Our goal is not to conquer the mind. Our goal is to merge the mind into the divinity. But Indra, the lord of the mind, he thinks that we are doing pranayam, we are doing yoga, we are doing japa to take his seat. The mind is all, because mind is in control now all the time. It becomes afraid and it starts sabotaging. Whenever these things happen in your life, understand Indra is working. So he sent her. She didn't do anything. She kept cleaning the ashram, filling the water, cleaning the pathway, washing the clothes, preparing the food. Not one word she spoke to him. Intense tapasya Vishwamitra was doing. Hundreds and thousands of years. All it required was one day he saw her taking bath. One day. He controlled himself. He started sweating. Passion rose because he was a kshatriya. He had many wives before he became a rishi. So somewhere deep inside his psyche, that urge was still not dissolved. So he sweat, but he controlled himself. He came and sat down. Menaka said, I got you. And she comes, she says, first time she speaks, why are you sweating? And she takes her cloth and touches his forehead. The moment she touches his forehead, he melts. Before he knows, he is a father. How dussanga. I'm not giving this story to aise bhi hota hai. It's to show how dussanga happens. It's like a virus. You don't know it's here. You think you are safe. One person comes, leaves it and goes away. You think after some time, 12 hours, 24 hours, suddenly, fever, kya ho gaya? Why am I shivering? COVID. Something has happened, is it? Dussanga. So here he says that such a person, if he continuously again and again remains in the company of bad company, slowly but surely, systematically, the breakdown of his personality is going to take place, and eventually and he will also be influenced by that bad company, and eventually will start behaving like the bad ones. And therefore, ataha, conclusion of this chapter, ataha sanga parityajyo दुष्टानां सर्वदैव हि दुस्संगी च्यवते स्वार्थाद् यथेयं राजकन्यका. Therefore, we must be very, very alert and vigilant to shun the company of the dushta, dushtanam sarvadaiva parityajya. Discard. Don't even think twice. How will they feel? They are elderly, and how can we behave like that? Do it nicely. Mummy, mummy क्यों बोल रहा हूँ मैं? She watches the TV. I'll get the scolding when I get back. Huh? No, but we have to discard the company of such people, those who take our attention away to the negative. Mom doesn't. She is a strong support in our family, even in this sannyasi's life. Yes. But company we must shun. That time, is it good? What will society say? What will other people say? Who cares? You drop it. And then one day, once I told this story before. One day someone said, Swamiji, why don't you come to our house for old time's sake? I said, okay. Before I became brahmachari also. I said, okay. And, I'm calling all the people from old times. I said, okay. You don't mind if we eat meat? I said, it's your house. You eat whatever you want as long as you don't force me. Okay, that much is okay. As long as I'm not, you make my food separate. I went there. The husband came with a glass of beer in his hand. And I come, Swamiji, what will you have? I said, what are you having? He said, beer. Swamiji, you don't drink, do you? I said, no, I don't drink. Then by the time the people were coming one after the other, someone is having beer, someone is having whiskey, someone is having gin and tonic. And I am saying, where have I got? Where have I come now? Now spirituality will begin. Because they are all on spirits. Old time's sake, Old time's sake. Now I looked at my mom. I said, she just smiled. She knew something I'm going to do now. So I just went out into the lounge and I started speaking loudly. Oh, so Seema, what happened? Oh, hospital. Okay, I'll come. Nobody there to help you. Nobody there on the phone. And I started. So the hostess, she came. Ramaji, what happened? Nahi, yaar, there's some emergency. So what? Oh, this happened. Accident happened. There's no one around. No, do this, do that. Some story, 5-10 minutes I was talking and guiding them. Do this, call the ambulance. Get there, go there. वो कुछ नहीं रहा. Phone में कोई है ही नहीं. And then I said, no, I have to go. This is an emergency. I'm sorry. You enjoy your party. I went away. I went to Narayan's place. Had a pizza. Came back at 11:30. I came. करना पड़ता है. By that time everyone had gone. Everyone was spiritually realized. देखो. So you have to find ways. But you will only do that when you are protective of your mind. You are not thinking about what society says. It does not. I don't care what society says. I care about what's going in here. See? And I choose not to be in that environment. Simple and straight. Some people have stopped speaking to me because of that. It's okay. I'm ready to pay that price. Their loss, not mine. So, therefore, because by dussanga, because of dussanga, this stately or queenly Kaikai, she became, from a great queen, she became a nobody. Because the entire kingdom was doing thu to her. That we will see now. Everyone used to sing her praises. King Dashrath is so lucky he has got Kekai. King Dashrath is so lucky Kekai helped him in the war. King Dashrath is so lucky that even though he's so old, he's got a young wife. But after this incident, there was only condemnation. There was no praise. There's not one single good word for Kekai. So when we fall into bad company and as a result bad habit, nobody praises us. Nobody comes in. Hey, only a Dussanga will say, Arey, he is greater than me. What is that? Oh, he finishes the Johnny Walker Red Label all by himself. I can only take 1/4. He finishes 1 liter. This is the praise. This is not a praise. Who is praising? The bad fellow. The Dussanga is praising the one he has made him fall. So this is not praise. So beware, beware, beware. Iti, एक मिनट. इति श्रीमद् अध्यात्म रामायणे उमा महेश्वर संवादे अयोध्याकांडे 2 सर्गः. ओम पूर्णमदा पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरिः ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरिः ओम. रामायण की आरती है क्या? Quickly. हाँ, sing bhajan. Who wants to sing bhajan? सीमा. अरे पहले एक इधर से कर. Anyone wants to sing bhajan? Hello? Or all gone to sleep? तुम एक गा लो, उसके बाद नोबडी इज आंसरिंग. पता नहीं कहाँ है, सो रहे हैं, जागे हैं, क्या कर रहे हैं.
जय 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 राघवा जानकी वल्लभा.
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 जय सुर नर सेविता जाम्बवंत पूजिता.
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 जय 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 राघवा जानकी वल्लभा.
जय 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 राघवा जानकी वल्लभा.
जनार्दना जगन्नाथ जानकी कांत राम.
जगन्ना जगन्नाथ जानकी कांत राम.
जनार्दना जगन्नाथ जानकी कांत राम.
जनार्दना जगन्नाथ जानकी कांत राम.
जनन
मरण वर्जिता जनकपुर राजिता. जनन मरण वर्जिता जनकपुर विराजिता.
जनन मरण वर्जिता जनकपुर विराजिता.
जनन मरण वर्जिता जनकपुर विराजिता. जय 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 राघवा जानकी वल्लभा. जय 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 राघवा जानकी वल्लभा.
जय सुर नर
सेविता.
जाम्बवंत पूजिता.
जय सुर नर सेविता जाम्बवंत पूजिता.
जय जय
जय राघवा जानकी वल्लभा जय 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 राघवा जानकी वल्लभा जानकी वल्लभा जानकी वल्लभा वल्लभा। बोलो जानकी वल्लभ की जय।